Hi there, I have something exciting to talk to you all, something really important. Many times parents come to us and ask these questions. Hey, can you actually help out? My kids are like this and like that. Things like they're always with their devices, too many friends, not studying, rude, loud, and the worst thing is quiet. Can you please help? I empathize. Deep inside, from the years of doing whatever that we're doing, we know the agent of change is the person who's asking the question, right? So sometimes I feel that, the inner me is coming out and wanting to, you need to be the agent of change. I'll tell you why. I've had the privilege of working with this amazing couple who has been with me for the past 14 years in a coaching session. It's called performance coaching. And when I first met up with them, they were just having their firstborn coming out and crawling and slowly growing in the period of the coaching. And there was a time when they were actually the kids were growing up. The kids were having their own issues popping up, and with the parents having their own issues, we were having conversations about their lifestyle as a parents, as a couple. We were doing interventions and all that. When the kids started growing up, over the time, the part where they started throwing tantrum, and then when they were going into their early teenager life, things really took a turn. I had the parents coming to me and telling me, I really can't handle my son because he's throwing tantrum like crazy. I feel like smacking him, but I can't because I know that's the wrong thing to do. So we've been engaging with them, having this conversation. One of the most important conversations that I had with them, which is actually backed by science, is the brain story. Do you know the brain takes approximately 25 to 26 years for it to grow to its full capacity in making proper decisions, executive decisions and all that? If we understand that, it's very important. Let me tell a study. The source is from Geert JN, from NIMH MRI study of normal brain development. This is what the study says. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning, prioritizing and controlling impulses, is one of the last brain regions to mature. This process is not complete until mid-20s, 25 to 26. Here we have a teenager going into teenagehood where the hormones are doing its havoc and they are trying to understand what's happening. Here the parents who are adults who are trying to change the kid to become adults. It was not working. So in this process, we need to understand that the brain takes time to fully develop. So the moment we have kids in our life, we need to have a contract with them, just like how I had. I will be with you for the next 25 to 26 years for you to go ahead and make your mistakes. I'll be here to guide you through the process and allow you to be okay after 25, 26. I know it's a long period of time. That is if you choose to be a parent. This is the contract you need to have. Now, in the process of the coaching, we were talking about so many things. We were talking about parenting, we were talking about mental health, we were talking about productivity, we were talking about so many things. In that process, the kids were growing up. They were more conscious in dealing with the kids. And along the way, the kids were growing up, and many years down the road, and then I asked them this question, hey, you said your kids were really naughty many years ago. And now, what do you think of your kids now? Oh, they are gem, they are basically godsend. Then I just laughed. Looks like my role together with you in all these years, over a decade, is for you to keep you away from killing your kid. Literally, because they were very upset. They really wanted to smack them, this and that. This is what a lot of parents are going through because they don't understand when the kids are there in their life. We as parents, we need to be a facilitator of their life, and we need to change the way we see it, the way we perceive things, because the kid's brain takes around 25 years to grow, or 26 years. Now, you must understand during that process, you need to facilitate. So in that process, while the change is taking place, everything else is changing. The kids are all growing up, and one day they will be okay. So what needs to be done is parents need to equip yourself to be a better parent. You need to take responsibility and meet them where they are at and facilitate their growth, as I mentioned earlier. Play, learn together, because you must understand, if you are 40 years old and your kid is around 10 years, they have not reached the age of 40. you have gone through the 25 years and now you have a brain that can make executive decisions. Have you ever thought of a time when you were a teenager? Think about all the things that you were doing as a teenager. Your parents said, don't do. What did you do? You went ahead and did everything that your parents asked you not to do, including me. Now, when I reflect back and when you reflect back, it is ridiculous of the things that we did. You must understand during that time, we were not able to make our executive decision as how we are doing now. So you must know the brain takes time to grow. Biology need to be understood. And as parents, you come to the level of the 10-year-old and have a conversation. If you have to play with them, play with them. Be in their frequency so that you can uplift them to go until the age of 25 or 26. That's what I'm asking of parents, right? So this is what you need to do. Learn effective techniques, which is coupled with digital tools as a lifelong companion. Learn from experienced coaches who has experimented for more than 16 years. They'll be able to talk to you with their experience through the experiment that was conducted. So what you need to do is simple. This is for any one of you who's aspiring to be a parent or parent of a young kid or a young adult. Book yourself for a time for a complimentary session so that we can understand what are your predicaments and how you can embark yourself in a parenting coaching program so that you can be the best parent, supercharged parents, just like the book that we wrote, which is around 16 years of experiment that was done and put in this book. All the modules will be taught so that you take charge of your kids and have a wonderful supercharged life. So we'll leave the Google form or the QR code down here. Click and register so that we can have a heart-to-heart conversation. This is only for parents who are really ready to say that, hey, you know what? I think it's time for me to make a change. Stop this outsourcing to the swimming class, to karate class, to tuition here, tuition there. Yes, you have to do, but end of the day, the buck stops at you. You need to be able to take charge of your family because you and your spouse created this kid out of love. Now, it's your responsibility to see them through for the next 25 years so that they are able to make executive decisions there, where your role is to facilitate them to take them to the next level. So wish you all the best. Looking forward in catching up with you in this journey. Book yourself. We'll see whether we'll be of help to you in making you a fantastic coach for your children. Bye-bye.